Hello, my name is Bridget Forsyth of T&B Forsyth General Contracting, where we're minority and veteran owned and certified. We specialize in major and minor commercial and residential construction, rapid deployment debris removal, land excavation, tree cutting, and clearing. We are located in the metro Atlanta area, but we are residents of Panama City, Florida, not to be mistaken for Panama City Beach, Florida. On October 10th, 2018, Panama City in town was hit with a Category 4 hurricane, Hurricane Michael, which has proven to be catastrophic. 3 days after the storm, my husband and I did go in and to assist on a volunteer basis to assist family, friends, and neighbors with debris cleanup, cutting of trees, removal of trees from vehicles, took supplies down, and what we saw was like a third world country. Being that both my husband and I have served in Afghanistan, what we saw was very similar to what we saw there in a war-torn country. Today, to this date, approximately 5 months later, Panama City still looks the same as though the hurricane just hit this week. Some of the issues that we run into, me personally, with assisting my mother with trying to get her home repaired, is all the red tape with FEMA and SBA and going back and forth between those two and the insurance companies. Also, the insurance companies lowballing those who do not have a mortgage on their home, whose homes are paid for. Outside of that, we find out that State Farm has terminated their mold clause out of the policy. So even though mold is a direct impact or result of the hurricane, it's not covered in the policy. So that is another out-of-pocket expense. Other things that are going on in Panama City, you have tens of thousands of people that are still homeless and living in tents and in the yards of citizens that have so graciously opened up their yards for them to do so. You also have citizens who were privileged enough to have insurance or FEMA pay for them to stay in rooms and condos out on the beach, who are now also being displaced once again in order to accommodate those that are coming in for spring break. So at what point do we here in the United States put our citizens first? Some of the other things that we're running into is just looking at the contractors that are allowed to come in. I myself am a general contractor, and I can help with debris removal and debris cleanup. But because I am out of Georgia, I am not being able to get any contracts in order to do so, even on a volunteer basis. I think that, having working for the government for 22 years, I think that there should be something in place, and so that there's not a lot of red tape or just a lot of going back and forth in order to try to go in and assist. There's still as much debris today as there was when the hurricane initially hit. And other things that are happening is that you have families that are having to, that have lost their jobs because businesses are not rebuilding or reopening. You have people that have daycares that are not being able to reopen due to mold and the conditions of Panama City. So parents are forced to quit their jobs. And again, it goes back to Panama City and the citizens being forgotten. There's been plenty of times that I've, mentioned, what's going on in my hometown, and people have no clue. And then we turn around, this week, and we see commercials inviting others or outsiders into Panama City to enjoy the beautiful beaches, when just across the bridge, a mile or two across the bridge, it's total chaos and looks like a third world country. So T&B Forsyth, we support and we pledge our monetary value as well as physical pledge to the campaigns of We Build as well as 850 Strong. Just as the eye of the hurricane went over Panama City in town, we ask the eye of the world to go over Panama City, and so that they know and that the world knows that Panama City, Florida is not okay. Thank you.